I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTR Review. Today is January 14, Tuesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So look what we did. Exactly what we talked about yesterday. Pull up to this daily imbalance right there, 50%. There's the gap also sitting there, which would be here. And then, what's it called? Then roll over, right? That's what I was, if you watch this marker, I'm literally telling you that. Sure enough, this is what we did. So we came up, got to that gap, 50% on the head. We kept knocking on that 50% level. Plus there's a gap there, which is obviously right there, right? And beautiful. Wicked up. You got to look at the wicks. The wicks are also telling a story here. Weakness. And pretty much this is a retracement back. You get like a couple drives up, right? Little speaker here, but we're pushing up. Look how many times we knocked. 3 times we knocked that 50% plus the gap right there. So then what do? Lower, low. So in this structure, this is how I'm looking at it like, right? Let's just do this from here to here. All right, so this is the retracement, right? So that's that leg. I'm not even going to draw it, but the leg down, I'm looking at it like this. Lower low, lower high. We just made a lower low now. Beautiful. Look at that. All right, the higher time frame is winning, dude. You can't be lost in the 1 minute. This is what matters. So as you see, we came underneath. We came back up. All right, we came down to wipe out these people, right? And then came back up to wipe out the sellers. And then you can see that's using as resistance. I would have liked to have seen the bodies stay below anyway. And then lower high got created here. 4-hour candle, just shot it down, man. Fucking beautiful. And then now we're here. So let's take a look real quick. So I measured this candle here on the 4-hour. And if you look at it, the 1 to 1.5 is right here. So if it's really weak, then we're gonna not really get past a 1 and a 1.5, right? And we digged into that. What's the confluence there? Also, pretty much squeezing out sellers here. But again, like I just got this done talking about this gap. All right, so that gap there. All right, got a little projection here, right here. This is the highest swing of the energetic candles only, up candles, right? Just using that 2 to 2.5 right here. And now that will frame the rest of the conversation. So here we get 8:30 news today. I ain't trying to be a part of that, obviously. I'm not even ready. I'm ready at 9:30. I don't need to be a part of this. Generally, Thursday and Friday is when I'll kind of be ready at 8:30. But this ended up selling back, right? Selling back 3 drives. 9:30 happens. 9:30 shoots down, wipes out that liquidity, pushes back up, obviously, and takes out that high and does not take out that high. Look how it hit to the tick right there, the bottom of that gap, dude. That's like free, easy. Now see, if you're expecting it to keep going, I understand that, but at the same time, we are bearish. So wake up and ask yourself, bullish or bearish, right? Are you ready? What are the 2 options? So like in general speaking, we take out that high, and then here also was a divergence happening because of that 8:30 high. So 8:30, we had a lower high sitting on NAS, and we had higher highs on S&P and Dow. So that was also a factor of it being weak or selling, right? We had a nice divergence there. I mean, yes, I understand the liquidity looks good, but at the same speaking, when they build liquidity like that, not only is it for later, but they're doing it to squeeze you out. So this is why retail works well. They go, oh, this is resistance, and we're drawing a trend line, and that's when it works. When it works is that they're trying to squeeze out, and they're not trying to get you in, right? Eventually, later it will become liquidity. It is liquidity now, but you get what I'm saying. So with that understanding, is very similar to yesterday. It's like who is winning in this battle. So obviously sellers are winning. Yes, there's buys here, but I mean, sellers are generally in the win here. But so you see this, you see these nice two candles here. What's this? 942 and 941. Got that projected down, comes down here. 2 to 2.5 is here. We don't take out that low. All right, there's so much to talk about. Oh my God. But well, let me go back to this. Where am I at? So here we come and seal our opening range gap. Originally at 9:30 we came to the 50%, and also remember we have a weekly gap plus the current week gap. What's it called? So I'm sorry. We are at the current week gap, and we are having a daily gap today. So a little bit of a black hole, right? So we are attracted to that level. So anyways, we came to 50%. We tag it first and we bounce up. I could just explain that. Then we break down. You can see that we come underneath that bearish and balance this 852, right? See that 852, and then we come underneath it, bump it right there. We come underneath. Got the first imbalance right there, which is going to be the 933. I'll explain that in a second. Come underneath that, and boom, seal the price here. Okay, this is a great buy also, for the simple fact that but the problem is they don't hit these gaps. See that? So it's kind of also letting you know that, we're going to still probably come down. But that's just a side note. But seal the gap here. What do we do? Then we shoot all the way back up, right? I got this projection here with all the candles consecutively. Where do we go? So again, back to weakness. If it's weakness, you're going to see that that reversal on a 1 to 1.5. You're looking for a retracement there, but what's your bias? So it depends. But because on the higher time frame that we're tagging this 1 to 1.5, generally the 1, then that's a sign of weak. That's why I was saying yesterday that daily imbalance, that bearish one, is going to be like to see that roll over. I mean, we did exactly that. So I'm sure you got some money today. But anyways, the same speaking with this scenario here when we're pushing up. It's 1 on 1.5. So I understand they could build liquidity because they've already built. Sorry, this is a little sloppy here. They did the same thing here. So the same thing here they did this here. So we're in between this liquidity and this liquidity. So now CPI can fucking, go ham and go both sides tomorrow, right? So you should be having all your trades closed tomorrow, unless you're like up here or something. But anyways, so 1 on 1.5, beautiful, squeezed everybody out, and then sure enough, take a look here. What do we get? We get this 3 consecutive candles. So even when I try to catch top, sometimes I'm looking for the consecutive candles. Like, I'm not trying to just push sell anywhere, just on raids or anything. But if you look at the dynamic of the reversal, you're anticipating the way it looks like in a perfect world, right? Which in this case this is a very good example. You got this high, this low, we make another high, we have 3 consecutive candles, we have an inversion right there, and then we break it right here, this 1020. We break it, and what do? We pop right back in. There's a little miniature imbalance there, but we also have that fucking inversion. Plus this candle, this down candle, this 1013, that becomes like resistance. So we just knock up, come up above it. We're at the 930. We start to break down. We come back up. We look at the body staying inside that first imbalance right there. Yes, nice little candles digging up just to get the people up here. Rejection wick right there. Look at this wick, 1022. Look how to the tick comes, falls short of it, but that's a good thing if it's weak. Then it's coming down. So in this case, we're in this top part of the retracement, right? So now I've already got my high, and then a lower high. So when you're here, we're looking for a lower low, right? I'm not saying you have to hold all of this. I'm just giving you the understanding on the higher time frame, right? So in that scenario, this sell here, obviously you can hold it back to a demand area here or some type of push out trader, but ultimately it's that liquidity. So sure enough, I got the projection there. You can see the 2 to 2.5 right here. and then 3.5 to 4 right there, right? So look how it comes to the 2 to 2.5, retraces back. Now this becomes a control of price. That candle, that candle right here, this 1031. See how we dig right into it? I got them drawn in blue lines. So we pop in and then we come underneath. We come back up. Another inversion scenario like this, but I'm not going to draw them out. There's too much shit. But these are 2 consecutive candles right there, right? So we pop right in there, right? Also, there's an imbalance right here at 1045. And then what's happening? We are underneath the gaps right there, right? So we're using it. This is algorithmic support resistance, right? So we use that to gauge also based off of the gaps. So anyways, pop in there, we come down, we come back up. What do? We come into that inversion right there. This 1041, drag it out 50% to the head. Plus we're digging into that up candle, this 1047. Got it drawn out with this blue line right there. It's just an up candle and it's going to be used as a supply. So pushes down, comes down to the 3.5 to 4 here. If you measure now these 2 candles, right? These 2 candles, just the 2 candles I measured, not the swing part, but and then 3.5 to 4. Boom, we come in right here. What do? We come right back up. Now this is turning into a resistance for a moment. But take a look at this. See, we break that low, we come back to wipe out just to push out traders. But it also creates liquidity because lazy traders are waiting for this whole fucking scenario. So what do? We pop up. Again, 2 up candles to the tick, right? Bam. All right. I didn't even measure this. I could have. Let's do that. Let's do it here. Here to there. Okay. All right. So as you see, we pretty much, we don't reach the 3.5 to 4, but the 2 to 2.5 kind of slows down right here. So it would have been a nice projection as well. Let's see here. And I got it circled here because I took this trade, but I screenshotted it. But that's why when I took this buy here, why did I take this buy? Well, because if you look to the left of the chart, we pushed down. So we got all this liquidity. So very simple strategy. This thing's going to come back up so it can wipe out those sellers. So this is how it looked like. So how did it look like? Well, we came down, right? We got kind of like 3 drives here. Push down. Look at the consecutive candles here. See, that's what you want to see. Look at the consecutive candles right there. Look at that. See that? So not very pretty here. Not very pretty here. Could have reversed from here, but it decided to come again. And then sure enough, inversion right there. Tags in. Bullish imbalance. Tags in. Pushes off. Got the projection here. Take a look at this beauty. Right to the 2. Look it to the right. Look it to the right of the chart. To the 2 perfectly. Like to the head. Consolidated for a second. You know. Speaker, right? Take a low, take a high, failed high, rush. And they rushed. This was fucking beautiful, man. And then where are we? We came right back. So when we're buying up, we're obviously, this is a lower high. We're creating lower low to lower high. We're taking out all those sellers here. And then why are we coming back down? Because we're bearish. We're coming down for another lower low, and that they decided to do that. So they made a low here. This swing just projects it to here. We took out the liquidity. And then now we made a lower low from that low, and then now we're making most likely a lower high. Now, does it take out okay, where do we go from here? It's going to be interesting, but CPI, it doesn't really matter. It can go fucking any direction, but that was the play here. And then that nice little push up here had a divergence right there. And when we pushed up, we made we had lower highs here with S&P. All right, that pushed it down, and then everything was kind of in agreement with. But then when Dow doing this with this higher high here, and we had lower highs here, that was a nice continuation. Because once the price is already down here, came back up. This was a beautiful sell, catch in. For this leg, you're pretty much catching the next phase here, but and then shoots down, right? And then didn't draw this. And then for the buy here, we had a beautiful divergence right here. Right there, Dow. All right, pushed it all the way up. And then if you go take a look at the smaller time frame, even smaller than a 5 minute, you'll see that we had a divergence here, up here. We had lower high here. Well, we had two divergences actually, but in general sense, that was it. Had a lower high here, and then they poked up here just to take out that liquidity, and then just got heavy. And now, what are we dealing with right now? We're dealing with this divergence here, obviously, right? So we're here. We're in between here. We're in between here, right? So where do we go from here? Well, right now it made sense for them to retrace back up for all these easy sellers because, yo, that was easy. Right here, dude, just kept going. Just kept going. And just trail your stop. Each candle high. Trail it, trail it, trail it, trail it, trail it. I thought they were gonna just stop right here. That was my target right here. Why would I say this is my main target right here as a minimum? Was because when we broke this high and we pushed up, see how it comes back in and then it pushes up again. See how it pushes up again and then it retraces back. That's like order flow, right? So they're making sure that the lazy motherfuckers who got right here, their price is coming back. But then this shit just kept going. I was like, oh, but yeah. So that's that, right? I'm trying to make this fast. See if I could do this without double thinking. 15 minutes. All right. So then we got well, yesterday we had another raid and then we retraced. I was talking about retracing, but this is at this point it's not going to be that helpful because this could sit here forever. So depends how this reacts here. If generally speaking, if CPI if they push dollar to keep going up, then obviously we're going to keep coming down. But if you see like a major drop, then I would like to say we're going back up. So we're stuck in limbo there. So what did we do here? I don't know why I don't have the daily markers there, but made sense. Well, they came up, wiped out just some sellers, so they're still here. But I feel like this is gonna like jump up. I mean, they can rate again but I mean, I don't know. I just feel like this is a lower low and then make a lower high and then maybe roll over again. But however long that takes, months, I don't care. But I just feel like this is kind of very suspect, and CPI could just ram it. Let's see here. S&P, very similar story with Nas. So the thing is this: when we made this low here, so they got this liquidity there. So I just feel like we came into the bearish imbalance. We're gonna we come down, sweep, and get into here, and then maybe talk about going back up. But if it doesn't, then obviously it has all right to. When we came back down, we wiped out those easy buyers. Look how we came to the last down candle. See that? Same thing with Nas. We also did that here with this candle. I can draw it, I guess. But obviously, I don't know if this is enough. Actually, I'm gonna do it here. All right. So does that? Oh, is that going to be the support, and then they just shoot the hell up? So remember, psychologically, we're also around a 21,000 level here. So people have been there since over here. So like the 401kers. They might be like, oh, well, it's not too bad, as long as you don't go any lower. So, who knows? We'll see what happens. But there's kind of a ton of liquidity here. So, damn, they're moving now. Look at that. Oh, motherfucking. Dude, what an amazing day for points. I mean, god damn. Jesus. That's wild. So then that's how I make videos long. Let me see what else I want to say. Oh, and then Nvidia, they remember I was saying they're gonna come to this gap, seal it, and then roll over. They did. Beautiful. So it's kind of like I don't know. I feel like it's like this leg right here, but like right there, and maybe we'll have a bigger leg. But if not, this could be used as a big support too. So I'm trying to look, running out of space now. But to me, this just looks like it's going to roll over again. Jump into this imbalance and then hunt that liquidity. Get the breakout traders right here. See this liquidity right there, for example. We'll see, man. But this is a big response, to be honest. This is a big response. Damn. As you can see, that line that I showed you, the that last down candle on the 1 hour, just using the 1 hour, you can see us. Look and see the bodies respecting right there. We came up. Look at it bouncing right there. But now they just wiped out this liquidity. So we got liquidity built here. We got liquidity here, and then CPI can do its rain thing, man. So other than that, I don't really have anything else I can say. So I wouldn't have any open positions here if I was you, and called it beautiful yesterday, man. Very excited about that. So let me do one more projection here. I like this. All right, so as you see, we came to the 2. Damn, fucking came to the 2 to a tick. Look at that. Right there. Beautiful. So we're reversing so hey, are we going to end up down here? Which is where I would like to go, to be honest with you. I would like for them to just get this over with so then we can try to come back up. But and then the 4 hour, that's another thing I was going to say. When we made this 4 hour wick here, when they leave wicks like that, it's like a gap. They love to come back and fill it. So that's another thing about this price coming from here down to here made perfect sense. I mean, that's why I was like, oh, this is good enough because of the wick of that 4 hour candle. But we ended up doing much more than that. So beautiful fucking buy, dude. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. The power hour just went ham. But I think I'm good. I think that's good. You guys take care and God bless.